Leo.
Hello Leo, and Happy New Year 2013. We're going to be looking into your forecast for January. Now, some of you might have started your New Year's just a day or two before. Why? Because I see that there's been some major talks or some major breakthrough here just those last couple of days before New Year. And that is going to set the scene for things taking place later on throughout the month, which we'll be getting back to. But yeah, your New Year's here, I see is really bringing things now to the forefront. December has been a lovey-dovey time for you where you were able to take some time off and be romantic and just do leisurely things, which you normally don't take too much time off to, because you've been such a workaholic for a long time now, and trying to get on track with co-workers and bringing your dreams into fruition. And 2012 has been a little frustrating for a lot of you in that manner, just because there was so many planets going retrograde, and so it was like touch and go, on and off, and then having Neptune coming into Pisces as it did, there was a sense and a feeling of things dissolving. Every time you thought you had it, it dissolved. But try holding water in your hand. What does it do? It'll run straight through. Frustrating. Until you start really tuning into the higher frequencies of this Neptunian energy that's coming in. And as frustrating as it has been for a lot of you, you will come to love this. Why? Because it's a higher attunement of Venus, meaning that love will become more refined into your life. Some of you are going to find love which is going to feel a little otherworldly. And also your artistic qualities and abilities will become more so in focus as you move along with this. So just, let go and flow. Think about Neptune being the ruler of the ocean. It's water. And think about rivers. Rivers always know how to find the ocean. Frustrations are those twigs and branches and what gets caught on those twigs and branches as the water tries to find its way. So the more you kind of like resist those annoyances, the harder they're going to come, the more they're going to frustrate you. So just become the observer and go, okay, this is what's going on. And just trust that things are going to start falling into place. Now 2013 is definitely going to be doing that for you. Neptune is going to be going direct, so it won't give you all those hiccups, but thank God it did go direct for a little bit. Why? Because it allowed you to have time to kind of let it sink in and let it do its work more on the subconscious level. But let's look now at what's coming up here just ahead of you. I see a lot of your attention is going to be focused on people you work with, how you can work with them, how they can be of assistance to you, how you could be of assistance to them. It's like you pay a lot of attention to detail now, so things can be perfect, so you can get all your ducks in a row, so to speak. You got your Sun and you got Mercury there, so that's both yourself and the way you communicate to people is going to be very important, and how you communicate to them is going to be important this month. And you also will have a visit of the new moon, and Venus is going to go in there, so you're going to have a happy little crowd working together here of how to strategize, how to balance all these thoughts that you have. You might feel a little overwhelmed with things to do and services to provide and organizing everything, and this is a big part of what is important to you, that things are organized. And this is why Neptune, I think, frustrated you when all of those skills kind of started to feel like they were just running away, but that will come together. You also have a great time right now where you'll feel that you're expanding your circle of friends, new people coming in, and they're different. They're different in the sense that they bring to you joy, happiness, expansion, and abundance and generosity. And it's like, whoa, what a ride. You know, this started already last year. And you'll see how this slowly but surely is picking up, and it's going to go full speed forward again from the end of the month when Jupiter turns direct. It will open up those floodgates of people in higher places that only want you and wish you well. You know, it's like some of them might hold a key for you that can open up all this that you're trying to work for and everything you're trying to organize. There is the security within new grounds, your foundation, your home life. Some of you might be purchasing a new house or looking to lease a new home, and for a longer period of time. Whenever we have Saturn occupying this area of your horoscope, which is only once like every 28 years, you know, this will come around and give you those new roots to have you really look at what is important to you. And it also strips away layers of what you don't want anymore. You've become quite clear upon that. So it's like everything you're working for right now needs to have a reason and a goal, and for it to be authentic. Even the people that you relate to, you'll see that that too will take on a new twist and turn, where authenticity is going to be more important than ever before. You're such a generous person here, Leo. You always have been. And it's like you're asking the universe to give you people on your path to be equally authentic with you as well. So a lot of you will see those changes coming in. And also, as far as looking at life in a new way, learning how to let go and go with the flow. A lot of you like to have a sense, or at least a feeling of having control in your life, but boy, this last year just threw everything up in the air for you, didn't it? But you see what it's doing. That Uranus was doing you a whole lot of good. It only took away from you, if you went through any personal losses last year, also on a relationship level, or work level, whatever the deal was for you, whatever was stripped away, was for a reason. You may not see it quite yet, but this Uranian factor will definitely make it clear to you exactly what it's going to be replacing instead. And that is a lot of feeling of liberating, shedding these old shells, you know, and opening up the door to look at new dimensions kind of coming in and doing it differently. You know, since you're so focused on details, you might suddenly encounter a new side of yourself. And this goes especially for those early on in the sign of Leo. You'll start seeing that you can start working in a different way, a little freer way, that it doesn't have to be so. You can start doing things more on the spur of the moment and become a little bit more impulsive. And you know what? That's more power to you, because this is life. Life happens as we go along. It's not everything that is just always so super not just organized, but controlled or scheduled. You know, it's like we can lose a lot of happiness and joyful moments if we're only stuck to our calendar. You know, it's like, be open to what comes from outside. That's where you can find some true gems and true diamonds in your life. But let's take a look at some of the dates that are going to be important to you. It's going to be a busy month, so we'll try to go through it a little bit quickly, and you can make your notes. What I see here first and foremost for you is the dates of 3rd and 4th. So mark that on your calendar for making any decisions of far-reaching plans, okay? Or with people who might be at distance. May come in as favorable to you, and you might also be making some plans for some journey later on. And then we have the 6th and the 7th, which is great days for you to sign any documents, sign any new leases, especially for home and home environments. I feel that's important. It could also be settling whatever differences with coworkers. Could be a good day to have communication and talks with them. And it's going to be intense days, but really good days. So take it easy on the 7th there. You might feel a little exhausted from it all. There could also be some news coming in from some authority or somebody who you perceive as being an authority that, I won't say block you, but that might throw a bone your way, you know, some kind of challenge there. And if you're not quite sure how to deal with it or how to respond to it immediately, just hang in there. The best date for you to come back with a response, if you can delay it a little bit, would be around the 16th and 17th. Then you'll have more secure foundation, basing it upon whatever research maybe that you've needed to do. So don't be too quick to act or react there on the 7th. Then we have Venus moving into this area where the Sun and the new moon and Mercury and Pluto is all occupied. So it's joining the crowd, and you can expect a few days here where things will be really happy and intense and passionate. And good talks coming in between you and your other will be delightful, and followed by a very romantic, warm and fuzzy and cozy romantic date there on the 9th. Bring it into the 10th as well. Great time for you guys. Then we have the 16th, 17th. Like I said, if you have anything earlier in the month that needs to be signed or discussed, if you can wait to the 16th, 17th, this is the time where it will behoove you and secure you in the longer run. So don't be reactive earlier in the month. Hold your horses just a little bit. We have both the Sun and Mercury moving into your area of love and relationships and marriage, and your significant other there on the 18th, 19th. So expect things to take on more of a romantic note from that period onwards. And I see whatever talks the two of you are going to be having, it might include unexpected surprises, things that you might want to go do. They're around the 21st, 22nd, and I just see a lot of laughter. It's a great time to spend with your loved one here on these days. All from the 18th throughout the 22nd, 23rd is great days. So take off time as much as you can just to get the most out of it. Now there might be a discussion somewhere, could be home-related matters, could be pertaining to parents perhaps, or some elderly person in the family that might need some support from you, where you might have to kick in on a short-term notice to be helpful. They're on the 25th, and but it's nothing to worry about in that sense, because I see whatever help is needed will be there, and I see you just being extremely generous with your time and your heart around that. So that's going to be great. And then I just want to end the month with Jupiter moving direct, and Jupiter being in your house of social activities and friends and groups and hopes and ideals. You should really see a big boost shooting you off like a rocket here, end of January, coming into March and April. So that's going to be with you for a longer period of time, several months. So like I said in the beginning here of the reading, is whatever you started that kind of stop and kind of was put on the back burner or on ice, that is going to pick up again. So watch those talks, people and circumstances coming back in and to be very supportive to you. And you may also be very supportive to some groups and organizations as well, and have a lot to bring to the table for them. So have a happy January, and hit subscribe so you can get your other monthly horoscopes directly to you when they're done. And also be sure that you listen to your rising sign and your moon sign just to get more out of it. Bye for now.